Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley Estes. I blog at themountainviewcottage.net and I share farmhouse-inspired DIY, decor, and organization videos. I am bringing back this line of paints that I talked about in my last video, which is Fusion Mineral Paints, and I'm very excited to try the highlight item of everything that they sent me, which is their actual furniture paint. If you're not familiar with this brand, it is a Zero Vok furniture paint, which is something that really intrigued me. I like to try different types of products for furniture painting, anything from different top coats to paints to ways to prep furniture, because I'm always looking for the best items. I really want to create beautiful quality furniture, and I think the key to that is having great products. And so I reached out to Fusion Mineral Paint and asked if they would send me some products, and they were super gracious to do that. So this video is sponsored by Fusion Mineral Paint, and today I'm going to give you guys my complete and honest opinions and review of their paint. I talked about their TSP in the last video. If you're interested, I will link that in the description of this video. And today we are going to talk all about their paint. So first, let me just kind of tell you what it says on the bottle so you can get an idea of what kind of paint this is and what kind of projects it would work for as far as furniture painting goes. Here we are. Fusion is a Zero Vok water-based paint created for exceptional coverage, stunning color, and superior durability. We make transforming furniture and DIY projects simple. Just clean, degloss with a light scuff sanding, and remove any wax before getting started. Our mineral paint glides on and dries to a beautiful matte finish. Good to know, for increased durability, give it 2 coats. It's for lacquer, laminate, glass, or plastic. It may require Ultra Grip first. This little jar covers about 75 square feet. If the lid gets stuck, loosen under hot running water and test your methods and process for best results. One of the reasons I was really intrigued by this product is because I have shared already on my channel how I've used milk paint and chalk paint, but I really am looking for the perfect fusion of those two products. Some of the things I don't like about milk paint is that you have to mix it yourself and that it can be really grainy because it is a powder mixture. And one of the things I don't like about chalk paint is that it can be really thick. So I am looking for the happy medium between those things. Essentially, my ideal paint would be something that's thinner but has good coverage and is easy to apply to furniture, and I don't have to mix it myself. I'm praying and hoping that this product is kind of the middle road between both of those types of paint. This is not boasted to be a chalk paint or a milk paint. It is considered a mineral paint, and I'm hoping that it is the perfect blend of those two types of paints. Regardless if I love this product or don't, I will give you my full and honest opinion. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you first how I painted my furniture piece, which is a little dresser that is now in my entryway, and then I'm going to share with you all my thoughts and feelings after using it. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for watching this video, and I will start painting now. Before I painted this dresser, I completely sanded everything down. I filled in all the holes from where the old hardware was and removed any existing hardware. And I also used a product called TSP, which I reviewed in my last video if you're interested. So now it's time to start painting. I have this all mixed up, and I'm just gonna dip my brush in. Right off the bat, I don't love that the opening is so small. It's going to make it really difficult for me to get my brush in without the bristles, all the bristles getting pushed up, so I don't love that. But I do like that it's a screw on top, which is really easy to save and store. So, it is a thinner product, which I'm sort of surprised by. I thought it would be thicker like chalk paint because that's kind of what I'm used to, but it is a thinner consistency. It's thinner, but it's not as thin as, let's say, milk paint is. It's thicker than that. But unlike milk paint, it's super smooth. It doesn't have any of the granules that you get with milk paint, which I do not like. Before I started painting this dresser, a couple days ago I filled in some of the old hardware holes with wood putty because I'm going to add different hardware that won't fit in these existing holes. Now that it was dry, I went ahead and painted it, but I'm super impressed with how this paint is covering over the dried wood putty. I've used wood putty in the past on lots of different projects, and I find that chalk paint especially doesn't fully cover wood putty. There's like a yellow or orange cast that kind of peeks through the paint, and the only way that I have found to fix that is to use some sort of a polyurethane top coat and paint over the spots where the wood putty is, and then paint the chalk paint on top of that to finally get the coverage so that that cast doesn't show through the paint. Well, I didn't do that with this project, and as you can see, there's absolutely no evidence there's any wood putty on this dresser, and it completely covered with one coat. I ended up doing a total of 2 coats on this. I didn't even really go in and do any touch-ups other than just those 2 solid coats. This is an amazing application as far as full coverage goes. Since I finished painting it, I actually also distressed it and added a top coat and moved it into my house. Even though it is a lighter, thinner paint, it distressed very similarly to chalk paint. I would say that if you've ever distressed a piece of furniture using chalk paint, then that is pretty much what you can expect with this paint. Now that I have finished painting my dresser, I wanted to come back and give you my final thoughts and feelings on the Fusion Mineral Paint. Overall, I think this is a fantastic product, and it's definitely something that I will reach for again. I've already started formulating plans on how I can use this for another project because I loved it so much. One of the things I didn't love about it is the opening to the bottle. I wish that it was a little bit wider because as I dip my paintbrush in it, the bristles do kind of get pushed up. On their website, it does show them using the round paintbrushes. I personally don't like those. If you were using one of those, you wouldn't run into the same problem I did, so keep that in mind. I think it's safe to say that people will be using a variety of different paintbrushes on it, and this opening kind of limits what you can and can't fit inside it. I wish the opening was a little bit bigger, but that's kind of a picky opinion. I would say it's not at all a deal breaker for me, and you could always pour it out into something if you needed to. Next up, the color isn't exactly the same color that you see here in the bottle. I'd say it's a different shade, but for me it wasn't a con. I think it's an absolutely beautiful shade. It almost has a little hint of blue to it. I wouldn't say it's a blue shade. I don't have hardly anything that's blue decor-wise in my home. Obviously, I'm standing in front of some blue glasses today, but in general, most of my home is a very neutral color, so blue furniture wouldn't work. But this is such a stunning color, and even though it isn't the exact color that's portrayed before it dries down, I love it. I would 100% recommend you going out and getting this exact color, which is lamp white. It's like such a beautiful soft gray. As far as the formula for this paint goes, I think this is hands down the best formula of any furniture paint that I've ever used. And I don't say that lightly because I have used so many different types of chalk paint. And then of course, you know I love Mrs. Mustard Seed's milk paint. That has always been my holy grail furniture paint. And I think that this may have just topped that, which is huge. It has a very smooth application and it's not thick like classic chalk paint is. It's a much thinner consistency, but it also covers well. So you don't have the very translucent finish that you get with 1 or 2 coats of milk paint. So it builds up so much faster than milk paint, which is why I love it. It's definitely buildable. It's just a beautiful formulation, and I really think that they have made something that is unique to furniture paint and is probably my new favorite furniture paint to date. I wish you got a little bit more paint. This bottle is only 16.9 full ounces, which is about half the amount that you get in a small can of chalk paint. It covers about the same amount. So I don't think that you're necessarily getting ripped off by it being a smaller can. Just something to keep in mind. I would definitely get 2 bottles if I were trying to paint more than one large like 6-drawer dresser. If I were going to be painting one large 6-drawer dresser with this, I know that this whole bottle would be enough to cover that, but if I wanted to go on and paint like a nightstand or another dresser with the same bottle, you'd need 2 bottles. So just something to kind of keep in mind if you're trying to figure out how much you need for your project. This has been a super fun video to share with you guys. I am excited because I found a new line of paint that I really love and I'm excited to use on future projects. And I think that this would be the absolute ideal paint for a new furniture painter. If you have never painted furniture before, I feel like this would be the perfect paint to start with. It's not too thick, so it's not going to get too thick and goopy with too many coats like chalk paint can, which is an easy mistake to make if you've never used furniture paint before, and you don't have any of the finicky problems that you run into with milk paint where it chips, or you have any like clumping of the paint at the bottom because it's a powder mixture. You don't have to mix it. I feel like this would be the perfect beginner's paint. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Next week, I'm gonna be sharing with you a brand new product. It's a top coat that I've never used before, and I'm super excited to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching.